The silence between us tonight is louder than any argument we've ever had. I watch you from across the room, your arms folded tightly, your eyes avoiding mine, and I feel the weight of everything we've let slip between the cracks. I used to think we could laugh through anything, that even in our worst moments, we'd find a joke to soften the blow. But not this time. This time, the pain has grown roots, and the laughter feels like a distant echo of who we used to be. I'm scared, more than I've ever been, because for the first time, it feels like we're standing on opposite sides of something we can't name. You told me once that love, real love, could survive storms. That it could rebuild after hurricanes and heal after wildfires. I believed you. But now, as I sit here feeling like a stranger in my own home, I wonder if even the strongest love can survive the silence we've allowed to grow. We've mistaken sarcasm for communication, distance for space, and resentment for strength. My wife, this isn't a joke anymore. We're not just having a bad day or week. We're bleeding out slowly, pretending the wound isn't fatal. I can't keep pretending this is temporary. Every moment we let pass without truly speaking, really speaking, pulls us further apart. I know I've made mistakes. I've shut down when I should have opened up, and I've laughed to hide the fear that maybe I'm not enough for you anymore. But I can't live in this performance we've created. The smiles for the outside world, the quick dinners eaten in silence, the nights we sleep inches apart yet worlds away. This isn't marriage. This is survival, and it's breaking me. Remember when we used to stay up all night talking about everything and nothing? We'd dream with our eyes wide open and make promises under covers, certain nothing could ever break us. What happened to those promises? What happened to us? I keep searching your eyes for that spark that used to be there, the one that said, "You're mine, no matter what." But lately, I can't find it, and that terrifies me. I'm not ready to give up on us, but I need to know you're still here with me, not just physically, but truly, emotionally, spiritually. I know I haven't always made it easy. I let the weight of the world distract me, let the pressure of life steal pieces of me I should have saved for you. I let you fight alone when I should have stood beside you. But I see it now. I see how lonely you've been, even with me beside you. I see how many times you wanted to scream but settled for sighs. I see how many times you needed to be held, not with arms but with words, and I failed to give you either. I'm sorry. And not the quick, tired sorry we throw around. I mean the kind that comes from somewhere deep and honest. I miss you. Not just your voice or your laughter, but the soul of you. The version of you that once chose me freely, joyfully. I miss the way you used to look at me like I was your safest place. I don't know when exactly that changed, but I felt it. And I want you to know I've felt every shift, even the ones I didn't speak about. I've felt your absence, even while you were in the room. I've missed you while looking right at you, and that is a kind of heartbreak I don't wish on anyone. We don't have to keep doing this. We don't have to pretend we're fine when we're anything but. Let's stop the pretending. Let's take off the masks we wear around each other, drop the shields we've built out of old wounds and misplaced pride. I don't want a perfect marriage, I want a real one. One where we fall and get back up, where we fight and come back stronger, where love is messy and honest and unbreakable. But I can't do that alone. I need you. I need us. This house feels colder without your affection in it. The bed feels wider without your warmth. Our memories echo through the halls like ghosts, reminding me of a life we still have time to reclaim. I don't want to be another couple that lost each other quietly, too proud or too afraid to say the words that might have saved them. This is me saying them. I still believe in us. I still believe in the fire we started. But we have to stop pretending the ashes will reignite themselves. I know healing won't happen overnight. I know it'll take time, tears, patience, and a hell of a lot of truth. But I'm ready for all of it. I'd rather walk through fire with you than live in a cold, numb peace without you. I'd rather argue and cry and rebuild than live in this empty, quiet lie we've been telling ourselves. I married you because you were worth fighting for. And you still are. My wife, this isn't a joke anymore. This is our moment to decide whether we choose each other again, or walk away silently, regretting the silence forever. I'm here, right now, choosing you. Not just the beautiful parts, but the broken ones too. I want the real you, with your pain and fears and anger. I want to hear your truths, even if they hurt. I want to know what I've done wrong and what I can do right. I want to start again, not as strangers or as weary spouses, but as two people who remember why they fell in love and are brave enough to fight for that love again. So please, look at me, not the version of me that failed you, not the mask I wore to protect my pride, but the man who still sees you as his beginning and end. The man who still wants to grow old with you, build dreams with you, and write chapters with you that don't end in silence. Let's be honest. Let's be raw. Let's be scared together if we have to. Just don't shut down. Don't walk away. Not yet. Not without fighting. Because I'm done pretending we're okay when we're not. I'm done laughing when I want to cry. I'm done brushing off the pain like it's temporary. This isn't a bad phase, this is a crossroads. And I'm standing here, vulnerable, wide open, asking you to meet me in the middle. Not for the sake of appearances, not for the sake of routine, but for the sake of everything we once were and everything we could still be. My wife, this isn't a joke anymore. This is our truth. And I love you enough to face it, if you'll face it with me. There's a kind of ache that settles in the chest when the person you love most begins to feel like a stranger. It creeps in slowly, unnoticed at first, in the way conversations shorten and laughter fades. But then it swells, suddenly, into a void that can't be ignored. That's what I feel now, this aching, relentless space between us that words can't seem to cross. I keep reaching out, hoping for a sign, a gesture, anything that says, I'm still here with you. But all I hear is the ticking of time and all I see is you drifting. I know you're tired. God, I know. You've carried so much without complaint, my silence, my distraction, my failures to meet you halfway. You've stood at the door of our love waiting for me to return with real eyes and real words. And maybe I told myself you'd always be there. Maybe I took your strength for granted, assumed that your heart would wait until I got myself together. But that was selfish. And this fear of losing you for real, is waking me up in ways I can't ignore anymore. I used to think being a good husband meant providing, showing up physically, making sure everything looked okay on the surface. But I was wrong. You needed more than presence. You needed presence with intention, attention that listens without interruption, arms that don't just hold but protect you from feeling emotionally alone. I failed to give you that, and no gesture now can erase what you've been through alone. But I can tell you this with every part of my soul, I see it now. And I want to do better. Not say better. Be better. Do you remember the way you used to look at me after we had a fight, when we both knew we'd find our way back? That fierce kind of love that didn't flinch from conflict but leaned into it, knowing we were stronger together? I miss that. I miss us, the version of us that didn't give up at the first sign of wear. I don't want a relationship where we avoid the hard things just to keep the peace. I want the kind of love that crawls through the hard things and comes out stronger on the other side. I still believe we have that kind of love. I'm just begging for the chance to find our way back to it. I know you've cried when I wasn't watching. I know you've laid in bed wondering if I'd ever wake up to what's slipping through our fingers. And tonight, I want to tell you, you were never crazy for needing more. You were never wrong for asking for softness, for presence, for real connection. I was the one who got lost in distraction, in pride, in fear. I let my own wounds keep me from being the man you needed, the partner you deserved. But no more. I'm standing here now, bare and open, ready to own every scar and rebuild from the wreckage. The truth is, I still fall in love with you when I least expect it. In the way you fidget with your sleeves when you're anxious. In the way you pretend to be okay just to keep the peace. In the way your eyes still carry galaxies, even when they're dimmed by disappointment. I see the woman I chose, and I'd choose you again, even with the knowledge of how messy it's been. I'd choose you because even in our darkest chapters, the light in you has never stopped shining. It just got buried under the dust of things we never said. Maybe this is the storm that finally breaks us open. Maybe this is what we needed, a wake-up call, a deep and unrelenting truth. Maybe love isn't about being unbreakable but being rebuildable. I don't want to go back to who we were. I want to go forward with who we are now, weathered, wiser, and still wildly in love if we let ourselves be. Let's tear down every false wall we've built between us. Let's say the ugly truths and then choose to stay anyway. Let's fight, not with each other, but for each other. I want to make you feel safe again. I want to be the man whose voice steadies your heartbeat instead of adding to the chaos. I want to talk through the pain until it no longer controls us. I want us to be that couple who didn't walk away when it got hard, but turned toward each other, stronger because we faced it head on. We are not done. We are not lost. We are paused, waiting for a brave decision to be made. And I am choosing us, no matter how long it takes, no matter how much we have to unlearn and rebuild. I need you to know, this love story doesn't end here unless we let it. And I refuse to let it. Not because I'm scared of being alone, but because I know what we're capable of. I've seen the way we love when we're at our best. I've seen the miracles we create together. And I believe, truly, deeply, that we can rise again. That we can meet each other in the middle, not just as husband and wife, but as warriors of a bond that time cannot erase. So tonight, I lay down every defense. I let go of every excuse. I'm not here to win an argument, I'm here to win you back. Not as a possession, but as a partner. As the woman whose hand I still want to hold when everything else falls away. This isn't a joke anymore. This is my vow, reborn. I love you. I still do. I always will. And I am ready to fight for every word of that promise. If you let me, I know words alone won't heal the wounds I left behind, and apologies, no matter how sincere, can't erase the nights you felt unseen beside me. But I also know love is a living thing. It either dies from neglect or grows when it's fed, even after droughts. And I'm here, with every fiber of my being, to pour into us again. Not with grand gestures, but with daily, deliberate tenderness. I want to wake up every morning and ask myself how I can love you better that day. I want to relearn you, your fears, your hopes, your hidden aches, and hold them like they're sacred. Because they are. Because you are. I don't just want to be your husband again in name. I want to be the man who earns your trust back, step by step, word by word, moment by moment. So if there's still a part of you, even the smallest piece, that wants to believe in us, I ask you, don't close that door just yet. Let's sit in the truth, no matter how raw it feels, and let it break what's been broken so we can build something unshakable. Let's make this the chapter where everything changed, not because we gave up, but because we didn't. Let's show ourselves what real love looks like when it's tested and still chooses to stand. I don't need perfect. I need you. I need us, messy and real and unfiltered. My wife, this isn't a joke anymore, it's the fight for everything we ever dreamed of. And I'm still here, standing in the ruins with my hands open.